comienza la presentación del parche 2.3 del Honkai con 40 segundos. Empieza, espera que esto... Tengo que quitar esto y activar la cámara aquí. A ver qué muestran, a ver cómo será. A ver este parche, la verdad. Veamos. Bueno, ya comienza. Ya comienza. Ya comienza.
Good evening,
El evento de verano, a ver.
All eyes are on the Penacony Repechage, which is now in its 4th round. Waves of remaining competitors are still vying for their shot at victory. Leaving aside Duke Inferno's fiery demise, the family would like to reassure everyone that no contestants have come to harm. That's still the case, right? With the crisis dispelled, only flowers, glory, and rapturous applause awaits.
Se llama Nos despedimos de Penacony.
A pool party! Miss Acheron, didn't we all agree to the swimsuit dress code? That's not a swimsuit.
Quiero vestir con bañador.
Is that what we agreed?
But you...
Albert, can I borrow you?
Madam Jade! So, what brings you here?
The corporation is planning to increase the special program budget. Here, it's all in the agreement.
Thank you, Miss Jade! And thank you, RPC. Where do I sign?
Dios mío.
Pleasure doing business.
¿Qué es esto?
Miss Firefly, hey, can you do the transformation thingy? You know what I'm talking about. Now's the perfect time.
Okay, it's just... there's a lot of people around.
Firefly.
No problem. If anything goes wrong, just blame your good buddy Albert.
In that case, check out the newest upgrade. I shall set the seas ablaze!
Wow.
To me, hiding is much easier than being honest. Yet, I still want to try expressing my emotions as any ordinary person would.
Firefly.
Forgotten someone, my gray-haired friend?
Es
I put a bomb on this ship. You have 10 minutes to find it. Better hurry.
Clean up. Move forward.
¿Se oye bien, no, Antalian?
I shall set the seas ablaze.
Always remember,
Vale.
don't leave with any regrets.
Que como ayer lo estuve un poco tocando para que no se escuchase bien el juego.
So
y así.
now, do you understand what you must give up, Miss Sandra? Even from here,
Un látigo, Dios mío. Con un látigo. Solo es un látigo.
I'm more than capable of keeping you on a tight leash. There's no backing out now. For me, or for you. My script isn't over yet. It's been a while, little Yelena.
I propose a toast.
Since you care so much, speed up the countdown.
To the future of Penacony and the universe.
Wow.
Can I interpret this as the next phase of the simulated universe?
Correction. It's a new subject matter that Dr. Ratio and I have personally agreed on.
Este no me gusta. Wow. Ha molado. Ha molado. Ha molado, la verdad, ha molado. El primer código.
And whether or not your world has a day-night cycle. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I'm Albert, your friendliest feathered announcer.
A ver.
Welcome to the version 2.3 Farewell Penacony special program. For today's program, we have with us a Galaxy Ranger as well as a a Stellaron hunter. Not to mention a director of the IPC Strategic Investment Department, Madam Jade.
Jade. Vale.
That's me. Thank you for the invite. It's
A
a
ver, mola,
pleasure
la
to
verdad.
be here for the version 2.3 special program.
No le que
You
es
can
algo-
call me Acheron. So, what exactly is this newest upgrade you were all talking about?
I just showed everyone. Hi, Trailblazers. Firefly here.
Welcome, welcome. Now,
No me jodas,
before we go
no
any
puede ser
further,
rerun de H.
we agreed to a pool party.
Porque solo pasa un
How
parche.
come I'm the only one that showed up in a swimsuit?
Antes sería rerun de
We
esta.
thought you were joking.
De Black Swan, yo
After
creo.
all, this show never previously had pool party
Nope.
levels of funding.
Don't worry, Albert. Madam Jade's investment is on the way. Next time for sure.
Anyway, take a look around, you guys. We're coming to you live from the skies above Penacony in none other than the Radiant Feldspar airship.
Quite a luxurious setting. What's the occasion?
Oh, no occasion needed, Miss Acheron. I just wanted to
Pues
give
es que estas
everyone
partes
a
así
taste of
No me
Penacony's history.
gustan, la verdad. Me parece muy como...
Madam Jade.
One Amber era ago,
Se ponen ahí a
Odia
hablar,
Falfa,
me
the
reír a las
Penacony
cosas.
Falfa family head,
Por la nueva
invested a
zona,
large
la
sum in
familia...
constructing the Radiant Feldspar airship.
Aún, mira,
Aside
aún
from the
no tengo
opulent
terminado
parlor,
de explorar
ballroom,
todo el mapa
and
del
recreation
antiguo parche.
facilities,
Las
one
nuevas
could
zonas del
simply
antiguo
relax
parche
at the poolside with a few
no tengo,
glasses
no
of
los tengo
silver.
terminado de explorar. Me faltan por...
This grand
Me faltan, la
airship
verdad.
has sailed above Penacony's Sea of Dreams for an entire
Me faltan
Amber
por,
era,
por terminar de
suspending services
encontrar los
only
cofres,
recently
los
in the
pájaros...
wake of the crisis.
The Trailblazers have
eso.
yet to claim responsibility for this matter.
In case you weren't aware, the Radiant Feldspar never opens to the public. Only the family's most esteemed guests are invited to take in such breathtaking aerial views of Penacony.
You mean to say that after 3 whole versions, the Trailblazers might finally be able to take a vacation?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. The Trailblazers' recent battle against the Order caused great disturbance in Penacony.
Correct. The Charmony Festival was forced to terminate. One can well imagine the
Es porque ahora
damage
mismo
to
está
public
uleado
opinion.
estudiantes los
The family's
últimos
reputation must be
semanas
built
está
anew,
uleado con el
and the
Destiny.
public must be
Que
reassured.
apenas he entrado al
There are
Honkai
many
o al
delicate
Genshin.
issues which urgently need addressing.
Aside from the Oak family, the major lineages are preparing their responses to help deal with the aftermath. In the version 2.3 Trailblaze mission, the Express crew will be invited aboard the Radiant Feldspar as witnesses
Vale,
to
claro, no, que la nueva
important
misión
family discussions.
será algo con,
But if
relacionado
the
con
factors that
Sparkle.
disrupted the dreamscape have been resolved, what other
Pero lo
assistance is
típico.
required?
¿No?
The Order stepped all over the Harmony Surf. You can't deal with stuff like that out in the open. The family came up with an idea. Fix the Radiant Feldspar as the Charmony Festival's location while simultaneously announcing the reopening of the airship.
A pity none of this razzle-dazzle can fool the IPC. During the Grand Theater final battle, Aventurine may have been digging up dirt on the family in Dreamflux Reef. I'll need to take care of a few things during my visit to Penacony.
Huh? Is the IPC about to make a claim on Penacony?
Never say never with the gosh dang IPC.
IPC.
Oh, for the Amber Lord, baby.
Reading between the lines, it seems like these discussions concern the future of Penacony.
They do. But a quick refresher. Anyone remember a certain masked fool issuing mutually assured destruction buttons to the residents of Penacony?
I remember. Sparkle sent out gifts in each one of the past 3 versions. Surely she...
No, es que es Sparkle, es que aún no he hecho nada.
Pushing the button really caused Penacony to explode.
I have my doubts. Only one way to find out.
Whoa. Everyone take a deep breath, okay? You guys have been spending too much
Pero
time with a
Sparkle
certain
puede ser.
blonde-haired director. I'm not footing the bill if you blow up the Radiant Feldspar.
No. Pero el run de Sparkle es muy
mysteries for
pronto.
the trailblazers to explore again. It's time we got back to the Charming Festival, baby. Who might the honored guest be, I hear you ask?
Just when they're about to get interesting,
Alright.
Albert hands things over to the Trailblazers again.
Family business is family business, and we've got a show to do, even if the next young lady needs no introduction.
A esta zona. Yo solamente por Sparkle tiré. Pero por su cono no. Dependiendo de cómo sea.
Firefly is a member of the Stellaron Hunters and hails from Glamath.
Que si te
a
fijas
world
en
that
inglés
was
tiene dos
destroyed
voces.
long ago.
Cuando está en
Glamath.
Firefly y cuando está en
The
Sam
same
tiene otra
Glamoth
voz.
from the Firmament Frontline Glamoth relic set? I remember the planar
El juego
ornament
también podría
description
ser, a
of a
ver,
story about
seguramente
Glamoth's
se
iron
sepa
cavalry
por la gente
regiment.
que ha hecho leaks, pero
Yes.
yo no he visto
Glamath was once a rich
nada,
and
o sea,
powerful
nada.
empire with a vast territory.
Nunca veo leaks ni nada
After
de
the
eso.
swarm
No me
invaded,
gustan.
everything was destroyed.
Estoy en contra, mejor
Resisting the
dicho.
swarm called for the creation of Glamoth's Iron Cavalry. They were genetically modified
Estoy en contra de
soldiers,
esas
weapons
cosas.
that existed only to wage war.
They piloted mechs to contain the swarm. I met many of those heroes and bade farewell to many.
What stood out to me is that Sam's full name is actually Firefly Type 4 Strategic Assault Mech, meaning that out there, between the distant celestial bodies, there could be other Sams.
Ooh, imagine that. Good thinking, Madam Jade. Perhaps the answer to that question lies in Firefly's myriad Celestia and animated short.
Count me in.
I was wondering,
Ay.
is it really you talking when Sam says something, Firefly?
I actually spend a lot of time practicing my Sam lines.
Let me guess. Silverwolf came up with the lines, Blade came up with the movements, and
Es
Copper
que
put them
es eso,
together.
es que no sé si en japonés
That
y
sounds a
lo-
little
y
too
coreano
professional
tendrán
for us.
dos.
Yeah, well,
actores de
speaking of
doblaje.
professional,
Pero
I
en
think
inglés
it's
sí que
time to
tiene
take a
dos.
look at what this young lady can do in her combat mech.
I'm a fire type character, following the path of destruction. When using my technique during exploration, I summon my Sam armor. Sam can leap into the air. After landing, Sam attacks all enemies within a set range.
Quite
tiene
the
pinta de voz. A ver.
heroic entry.
After using technique to enter battle, for every wave of enemies, weaknesses can be inflicted on units without fire weakness, which
Hostia,
lasts
amo la
for a
vuestra
set number
entrada,
of turns.
Amo la vuestra entrada. ¿Cómo?
In battle, Sam has two forms. In the initial form, using skill consumes HP,
No, es que
while
la gente en
simultaneously
eso es
regenerating
asquerosa.
ultimate
La
energy.
gente en ese,
The lower the
sentido es
HP, the
asquerosa.
less damage sustained.
más los creadores de contenido
Are
que
all
se dedican a
Stellaron hunters
compartir
this careless with their lives?
When
leaks.
using ultimate, Sam enters the second battle form, the dazzling complete combustion state. In addition
nunca
to
me
more
han gustado
powerful
las-
basic attacks and
Los
skills,
leaks ni
speed is
filtraciones
also
ni nada,
increased.
nunca.
When using enhanced abilities, Sam's weakness break efficiency and weakness break damage sustained by enemies both increase. Sam
A ver, las
restores
habilidades
HP
ya
with
veré
each
cómo
attack.
funcionan una vez la
So,
tenga. Pues por eso que
The
esto no,
complete combustion state
no presta
allows us to get a
atención.
glimpse of Firefly's view from the mech? That's a determined gaze if I ever saw one. Enough to set the seas ablaze, I'll wager.
That's so
A ver, que es de
awesome.
destrucción de fuego y que hace
I
daño.
want to set the
Punto.
seas ablaze.
Y tiene ataques AOE.
Thanks. The complete combustion state's enhanced skill not only allows for increased toughness reduction, it can also inflict fire weakness on target enemies.
The flames that Sam emits when breaking the enemy's weakness are quite spectacular. And is that a countdown
¿Qué
icon
equipo
on the
llevan?
action bar?
Firefly,
That's right.
el
When the
personaje
countdown is
en
up, Sam
armonía,
will exit the complete
Aventurino y
combustion
Ruan May.
state.
It seems like the effects of Firefly's abilities all relate to weakness break. I suppose it would make most sense for Firefly to team up with allies who have weakness break efficiency buffs, or even super break.
Mm-hmm. That's right. For example, the Harmony Trailblazer.
Oh.
Vale, que hará sinergia
Wonderful
con
coincidence.
la armonía
In version
con el
2.2,
personaje
the
principal
Trailblazer
en
inherited
armonía.
the Watchmaker's legacy and embarked on the brand new Path of Harmony. The spirit of trailblazing, traversing unprecedented distances to go where none have gone before. But that's what it's all about. Bringing the will of the Trailblaze to more and more people. And on that note, I've got some good news for y'all. After activating the Harmony Trailblazer following the version 2.3 update, Trailblazers can obtain a Shadow of Harmony through the When Charmony Rings Out event screen, thereby upgrading the Trailblazer's Eidolon level.
Vale, para que
And
nos
if I
hagan
haven't
más
had time
seguido
to
lo mes
experience
de
Penacony yet,
Don't worry. After locking
Me
the path of
encanta como
preservation,
en este,
Trailblazers
en el
yet to
Honkai,
complete the version 2.2
de repente
Trailblaze mission
nos está
can
mostrando
activate the Path of
a
Harmony early
trailer y
through
así,
the
cosas con el
When
personaje
Charmony Rings Out
femenino,
event screen.
y al segundo
Wow!
muestran como,
I hope the
con el
will of the
masculino.
Trailblaze reaches everyone on this journey.
Me
Well
encanta que
said.
ni uno es canon.
Now,
Bueno,
without
ambos
further
son
ado,
canon.
it's time we
Bueno,
got
en el
to know
Honkai,
a
en
certain
Genshin también
highly
ambos son
respected
canon.
IBC director a little better.
Pero
Enter
hay gente empeñada que en
Madam
sí
Jade.
el Acer es el canon. Ay. Písame fuerte, Jade. Joder.
Jade is a director of the IPC's Strategic Investment Department and a member of the 10 Stone Arts. She is as beautiful as she is elegant, and the upcoming Radiant Feldspar discussions are an opportunity for her to showcase
otro
her
quantum.
true skills.
In contrast with Topaz's
qué?
negotiation abilities and Aventuриne's
Ah.
daredevil spirit,
Ah, no,
I
pensaba que
prefer to
era
operate
nuclear.
behind the scenes,
¿Por qué la gran mayoría
using
de
emergency
personajes, bueno,
measures to reap a
tonto, ¿no?
full harvest.
Iba a decir, me
when the
he equivocado con tu
opportunity arises.
inicialidad.
It feels like making a deal with Jade is a risky proposition. If you ever let your guard down even a little bit, you'll never escape her trap, no matter how hard you struggle.
I think the term you're looking for is femme fatale. I like the sound of that.
Mm-hmm. And Jade also has a hobby by the name of Bana Jade Exchange. A pawn shop, essentially. Though it kind of sounds like a fine dining experience with you on the menu.
one swish of the contract and the customer is 8 billion credits out of pocket.
Watch your step, Trailblazers.
Jade's goal always aligns with her own interests. She plays the long game, whetting her customer's appetite while extracting a suitable price. She first draws her customers into a vortex of desire, then bounces where they're most valuable, leaving nothing but an empty shell of despair. Why is everyone staring at me?
Albert? Didn't you just sign an agreement with Jade over the special program budget?
Wait, what? Hold on a second. Oh.
So, what exactly happens to people who sign agreements with Jade?
Patience, patience. Why don't we let the combat do the talking? As a quantum-type character following the path of erudition, my basic attack deals blast damage to a single enemy and adjacent targets.
A blast damage dealing basic attack?
Exactly that. My skill, on the other hand, allows me to sign an agreement with a single ally, thereby granting them
Nice.
enhancement and speed boost buffs. When the signee attacks the enemy, they can deal additional damage, but at the expense of consuming their own HP.
Enhancement in exchange for HP. Is that what people mean by bestowing poison in the guise of sweet dew?
A ver, que los bufa a cambio de
Now,
quitarles
of
vida.
course, If I choose myself as the signee,
Que Búfalo
the speed boost and HP consumption
a los
effects
aliados
do not apply.
con la
When I or a
habilidad
signee launch
y
an
a-
attack,
cuando los
it
bufa les quita
accumulates
vida.
charges for me.
O sea, como
When charges
firmar
are
un contrato.
full,
Te
a
doy más
follow-up
cosas,
attack is launched.
pero a la vez te
The
quito.
IPCs sure enjoy a follow-up attack.
It seems that the strategic investment
Hostia.
department has its own modus
Qué risa me ha
operandi.
salido.
My ultimate, on the other hand, allows
Qué
me to
risa
mete
me ha
out
salido.
punishment in accordance with the agreement. In addition to dealing damage to all enemies, my follow-up attack is enhanced.
If there's a place that's closest to a dream, then are the punished destined for the place that's furthest from it? Like an abyss?
You don't think those places might be one and the same? When using my technique during exploration, enemies within a set range enter the blind fealty state and will refrain from attacking me. After attacking an enemy inflicted with blind fealty, other enemies in the state will enter the battle,
Dios
with
mío.
all enemies sustaining damage.
Just a single sheet of paper. Signing away control of your life to others is all too
Es
easy.
que estas cosas así es que
Poor Albert.
te lía
He
mucho al
might
explicarme
be
esto, la
doing
verdad.
Jade and the IPC's bidding for a
Se
few
lía
decades more
mucho.
than anticipated.
Wakey, wakey. I don't take kindly to procrastination during working hours.
How are you feeling, Albert? You won't be retiring anytime soon. But then, neither will your program.
Silver linings! Why do I still feel like I'm working for nothing?
I wouldn't trouble yourself with that question. Why don't we talk about the
Ay.
version 2.3 banner instead?
Banners, los banners.
Ooh, great idea! In version 2.3's first half will prevent
Ruan
travelers can
May
acquire
will-
the limited 5-star character Firefly, as well as the limited 5-star character Ron May. In addition, the drop rates for the limited 5-star light cone, whereabouts
Vale,
your dreams
con
rest,
las armas.
as well as the limited light cone past self and mirror, will be boosted.
Ah, Miss Firefly. She must yearn for the world beyond the cold confines of her surroundings.
Faint lights flickering in the midst of a dark forest.
Meanwhile, in 2.3's
Argenti.
second half will prevent, trailblazers can acquire the limited 5-star character Jade, and our resident Knight of Beauty, Argenti, will also be joining the lineup. In addition, the drop rates for the limited 5-star light cone,
Vale,
Hope is priceless,
Argenti
as
Jade,
well as the light cone,
Argenti
an
Jade.
instant before gaze, will be boosted.
So, even the fiercest of executives has a
3.3.
gentle side.
Who isn't moved by the laughter of children? My heart isn't actually made of stone, you know.
And finally, the brand new 4-star light cone after the Charmony Fall will also be joining the warp.
I wonder where Mr. Sunday is right now.
I think we all need a glass of Soul Glad. But don't go anywhere, Trailblazers. After the break, we'll be talking 2.3 events.
El segundo código.
Viewers, let's duck right into version 2.3's brand new events. First up, a significant update to the simulated universe.
So exciting! Did
Más
Mr.
universo
Squirrel and Dr.
simulado.
Ratio devise a new project?
You guessed it, led by Mr. Screwlum, Divergent
Algo
Universe,
del
the
universo
human
simulado.
comedy, is a brand new project path.
Up until now, the aim of the simulated universe has been to research the stories of the eons. I'm assuming that the human comedy has more of a human
Hostia,
focus?
el Ruan May.
Bingo! That's the main research thrust of this phase of the simulated universe.
Looks like this project will be conducted on the Radiant Feldspar.
Minga number 2, let me tell you a little more about it. First up, a groundbreaking update to the Divergent Universe,
Aye.
the arithmetic mapping function. In the Divergent Universe, Trailblazers can switch between characters they already possess.
Huh. So they can create their own lineups?
Precisely. When testing the Divergent Universe, Trailblazers will no longer be limited by character downloads. When character level is lower than the current equilibrium level cap, it will automatically increase to meet the cap.
Meaning, if one of my characters is level 1, but I use them in the Divergent universe, it increases to a set level?
You got it.
So handy! But
Vale.
what if a
Esto
character
mola,
has the
que si
level,
tiene unos
but
materiales,
no suitable relics or
pero podrás
icons?
subir tanto al personaje
Or not. In
al
that
nivel que
situation,
tengas los
temporary
materiales.
light cones and
Así
relics
tienes
at the
todo lo
current
suficiente
equilibrium
para
level cap
subirlo
will
al
be
60
automatically
y
assigned.
subir directamente al
I
60.
like when things are automatic.
Y lo mismo
Ain't it
con
great?
el cono
Now we
y
mustn't
los,
overlook
los,
Dr.
estas
Ratio's new
habilidades.
brainwave
Eso la verdad es que
equation.
mola
A buff
mucho.
combination of 2 different paths. Before the start of every test, Trailblazers have the opportunity to select a random equation. And for the equation to take effect, you'll need different amounts of path blessings. Once the required amount has been achieved, the equation will activate, and the team can obtain the corresponding combat abilities. Equation has a max of 3 stars.
I see. So, the higher an equation's star level, the more blessings are needed to activate it?
You nailed it! And to speed things up, the geniuses have kindly marked the required path blessings for each equation in Trailblazer's possession. Knowing which blessings can activate an equation
Ay.
is easy as pie.
That's so considerate. If you're ever struggling to choose, just follow the mark.
Adapting your choices to suit your equation allows you to cater the effects to your current team.
It works both
Vale,
ways.
mejoras
You could
en
adjust your
universo
team's
simulado.
composition to better suit your current equation. I want to see Trailblazers mixing and matching.
So, if I accidentally chose an unsuitable blessing, or if I want to switch my current equation, can I make a change?
Of course! By visiting the Workbench of Creation, Trailblazers can overwrite their existing equation and switch it out for another. Unwanted blessings can also be switched out for other blessings, or even enhanced.
Huh? Has the curio store added more purchasable items?
Oh, am I hallucinating? Did Madame Herta really lower the prices?
The
Ay.
curio system has been upgraded. In addition to normal curios, Trailblazers can also choose from weighted curios. These curios are more suited to characters of specific paths or types, and really elevate the combat experience. Keep your eyes peeled, Trailblazers. Separately, we should also take a look at the wealth and escapade domains of the Divergent Universe. Trailblazers can win different prizes in these domains by spending cosmic fragments. But beware, in the event of a program error, your cosmic fragments could be wasted, or even land you with negative curios.
Sometimes the same starting point can lead to very different outcomes. Luck is an important component.
It sure is. Now, allow me to introduce an impressive optimization that left a big impression on your buddy Albert. When
Ay.
suffering defeat in the simulated universe,
Esperaba la acción, la
Trailblazers no
verdad.
longer need to force stop the game. Divergent
No me
Universe
quejo
Combat
de
now
Roadmate, la
allows
verdad.
for
El primer
restart
banner
challenge, and Trailblazers can
es
select a
muy
new
buena esto.
lineup.
I've always wanted that function.
After completing each test in the Divergent Universe, Trailblazers can acquire synchronicity points and inspiration, allowing them to activate the buff nodes and inspiration circuits. Testing the simulated universe just got a little bit easier.
Thanks for all the info, Albert. It's just... Didn't you forget something important? What about the planar ornaments?
I thought you'd never ask. The planar ornament extraction function has arrived. Every time Trailblazers clear the Divergent Universe, they can choose to save a record of that challenge and archive the data of the equation, blessings, and curios in question. Choose the planar ornament you want, use the archive, inherit the data and buffs from the archive, challenge the boss enemy, and obtain immersion rewards.
Huh?
Ay.
You mean you can skip ahead? You just need to defeat the boss to get quick access to the planar ornaments?
Are we sure this isn't some cracked version of the simulated universe that Silverwolf put out there?
Shh, keep it down! The last person to doubt the Genius Society lost 76 accounts.
A brand new simulated universe.
Si un
Sounds
nuevo
worth a
universo
try.
simulado, Dios mío.
Amen to that.
Nice.
Now, in version 2.3, the Divergent Universe will be adding 2 new planar ornaments: Duran, Dynasty of Running Wolves, and Forge of the Kalpagni Lantern. Make sure to use the new planar ornament extraction function to get a hold of them.
After experiencing ordinary extrapolation, the Divergent Universe will have a weekly cyclical extrapolation objective. By completing this weekly challenge, Trailblazers can obtain a first-time completion reward, as well as additional synchronicity points.
Not to mention, in order to celebrate the arrival of the Divergent Universe, Madam Herta has added the 5-star erudition light cone Eternal Calculus to the store. Trailblazers who wish to redeem it better start reserving some Herta bonds.
It sounds like the level of freedom in the Divergent Universe is really high. Faster access to planar ornaments, full choice of characters. Those are some big gameplay improvements.
Big improvements indeed. In the vastness of the universe, the eons are beyond our reach. Humanity must learn to rise from its falls and strike its own path.
When gazing up at the stars, it's important to keep your feet planted firmly on the ground. The stories in Divergent Universe, the human comedy, may seem small, but that does not make them insignificant. Trailblazers, get exploring.
I can't wait to experience those stories.
Pues sí.
It's a chance for us to find out more about ourselves.
I look forward to the memories.
Any room for a non-human companion? Aside from all of this, in Penacony's Dreamscape sales store,
Vaya
a deal has
evento.
been struck with a member
Nuevo
of
de
the
un
mysterious Creed
juego
Executive. They
permanente.
wish to seek traces of the shapeless prince in the experiences of your
El doctor
deadly
Edward este de
struggles.
Penacony.
Unlock the brand new permanent challenge mode, Apocalyptic Shadow, in Dreamflux Reef, and experience those past dreamscapes.
Creed Exequi. Is this the first appearance of this faction of the finality?
Not necessarily.
A new permanent challenge mode? So, what's different?
In Apocalyptic Shadow, Trailblazers will challenge boss enemies that they have encountered in their journey. Every phase has 2 enemies, which are split into 4 levels of challenge difficulty. The enemies in Apocalyptic Shadow are a little different to regular boss enemies. In preparation for the fight, Trailblazers can read the enemy's traits at the start of the battle.
As with other permanent game modes, during the challenge, there are buff effects for Trailblazers to choose from for every boss. Make sure you maximize the advantages of your lineup.
Ay.
Defeating enemies through team adjustments, or by exploring different battle strategies, makes for a richer combat experience. Trailblazers can record a maximum of 3 floors of 3-star quick clearances.
That's right. And after the first time clearance of Apocalyptic Shadow's set
Vale,
difficulty,
Shueyi.
Trailblazers can
Vale,
obtain the
van a ganar
4-star
a
character
Shueyi.
Shui Yi, as well as 300 stellar jades and self-modeling
Bueno, en
resin.
este
Nice.
evento permanente.
We're just
estoy
getting
allí.
warmed up. Let's take a look at the permanent game mode rotating schedule. The first phase of the Apocalyptic Shadow Challenge will launch on the day of the version 2.3 update and last for 6 weeks. Every version will rotationally update according to the following sequence: Apocalyptic Shadow, Pure Fiction, Forgotten Hall, just as before. On every other Monday, the permanent challenge stage is replaced.
Related system functions have also been optimized. When entering the 3 permanent game mode screens from the Interastral Peace Handbook, aside from being able to see the challenge lineups of their friends, Trailblazers can also easily check the star level progress of their current challenge. On the permanent game mode preparation screen, Trailblazers can use preset lineups to create their team, and even customize with drag and drop. How thoughtful.
Mm-hmm. Now let's talk rewards, shall we? By clearing a phase of Apocalyptic Shadow, Trailblazers can earn a maximum of 720 stellar jades.
720. You might want to take another look at our agreement, Albert.
Huh? The maximum number of stellar jades
Nice.
awarded in each phase of the Forgotten Hall, pure fiction, and apocalyptic shadow permanent challenges is increasing from 720 to 800, and the budgetary increase will be funded through Albert's salary?
Que termine ya.
It's like I said, making a deal with Jade is a risky
Bueno, manda más
proposition.
Hades.
Well
Te
then,
regalo, Dios mío.
following this change, Trailblazers can now obtain a total of 2,400 stellar jades through the permanent challenges in each version.
Then why do I hear quiet weeping?
I don't think Owlbert's seen the bright side.
Keep it together, Albert. Now, in the upcoming version, the origami birds also venture into the Radiant Feldspar. Bring with them a little game. Here's hoping Trailblazers can help to test it out.
An arcade game? Huh, let me give Silverwolf a call.
These origami birds are very endearing. But why do I have a sense of deja vu?
This arcade game, Trailblazers need to cause elimination within a specified number of steps in order to increase the bird's combat power. Before the end of every turn, corresponding
serio?
damage is
Candy
calculated
Crush.
according to the difference
Un
in
maldito
combat
Candy
value.
Crush.
When your opponent's HP returns to 0, like my bank account, victory is sealed.
This gameplay.
Could it really be?
The legendary.
I never thought the day would come when I could play match 3 on a Penaconian airship.
In the
Candy
Origami
Crush.
Bird class event,
Candy
Trailblazers
Crush
can
de
also
toda la
do
vida.
battle freely with friends from across the universe.
Can
Es
I
un evento de
fight
Candy Crush de toda la
Silverwolf?
vida.
Of course! Be they old buddies or gaming acquaintances, all can connect and play. Get tested.
Great!
The next event is called Stellar Shimmer. Does that name ring any bells for anyone?
Well,
Stellar Flare. Is this the sequel?
You're a sharp one, Miss Acheron. Stellar Shimmer brings with it lots of brand new challenge mechanisms and trial character lineups. Catering your team to suit the mechanisms is the key to victory.
These mechanisms. Care to divulge a little more?
Well, for example, in certain stages, breaking an enemy's weakness can grant you an extra action. In other stages, characters enjoy unlimited revivals and can regenerate 50% of their energy.
Does that mean Trailblazers can try doing away with survivability units and focus purely on damage output lineups?
Mm-hmm. Defeat as many waves of enemies as possible in a set number of
Nice.
cycles to complete the challenge and obtain rewards.
Exactamente.
That's it for events. Time we took another breather. Don't go anywhere. More fascinating updates on version 2.3 are right around the corner.
Las mejoras y este es el último código, vale. Y ahora las
Back,
mejoras.
viewers. First up, it's the return of a nail-biting and thrilling tradition.
Gift
of Odyssey.
Otra vuelve.
Check in for 10 free warps. The usual.
There's also version 2.3's double events. Our good friends Planar Fisher and Realm of the Strange.
Double planar ornaments and materials? What's not to love?
Also in this version are the newly added Cavern Relics, Iron Cavalry
Vale,
against the Scourge, and the
Vale, vuelve,
Wind-Soaring
hostia.
Valorous.
Trailblazers can head for the Cavern of Corrosion, Path of Cavalier challenge to obtain them.
Mm-hmm. And let's not forget the new Path of Erudition trace materials that'll be added to the brand new calyxes, rough sketch, dynamic outlining, and exquisite colored draft.
For Trailblazers who wish to level up traces for me, these materials are indispensable.
So many updates! Man, I can't wait for this version to drop.
Vale, venga, vamos.
And we're at the end of the version 2.3 special program.
Vale, ya ha
It's
terminado.
about time we bade farewell to this white knight. Thanks again for everyone's support and viewership.
Nada.
I eagerly await the version 2.3
minutos.
story. Here's hoping the Penacony discussions make for smooth sailing.
40
Please,
minuticos.
Trailblazers, do support the work of the IPC.
I'm looking forward to the brand new Divergent universe, not to mention all those brilliant events. Don't forget to try them out.
In that case, see you in the next stream, Trailblazers. I'll be waiting for you at the usual spot.
Bye.
Bye. Vale, pues ya he terminado. A ver si hay algo más. Nada.
What the heck is written in this thing anyway? That's it. That's it. I've had it. What am I? A god? Joke to them? Getting me to read out virgin names they're too afraid to read out for themselves. And not to mention the bullying.
Ay, vale, venga.
These years working my tail feathers off for the RPC, and even the audience thinks I'm an intern. And now they're using my salary to fund the stellar change budget for the new events.
Esto sobra.
Audacity! You two, get out here.
Joder.
Ha! Tell that to Sunday. Now listen up. The
O
3
sea,
years
esto
are
sobra.
up. I quit. If you didn't know already, I got an offer from the CN Joe to host the war dance. Albert's about to become a big-time sports anchor. You can get that on your knees and beg for all I care. It won't make any difference. What? You... Huh? Ladies and
A ver.
gentlemen, welcome to the most important event in the Cienjo calendar, the War Dance. The opening session is right around the corner. Here, you will witness members from all
¿Qué
Cienjo
es esto? ¿En serio? ¿Qué es
delegations
esto?
vying for supremacy in the Luminary Combat Arts Ceremony. First up, put your hands together for the Cienjo Yaoqing delegation. Fierce and swift is Fei Xiao, the Merlin's Claw.
¿Es esto que
And by
viene?
his side, he doesn't drink plain soup.
A ver,
has
esto ya
no
se han
time
visto.
for coriander.
Ya se han visto, es el Dream
It's the
Marketing.
celebrated medicinal chef, Jiao
Esto ya se han
Zhou.
visto, ya los han
What the heck did I
puesto en
just read?
Twitter.
Up next, he's cold and silent as a hunting shadow. The crow-feathered weirdo, Mota! And following close behind him is the Xianzhou Juming delegation. Strong and righteous is Huayan, the
Hostia.
flaming hot.
Que estos son...
And now,
Estos son...
strikes while the iron is hot and forges
Del
while
próximo
the
parche, yo
flames
creo.
are bright.
Este...
It's one of the Flame Will
Nuevos.
Octet. You
La verdad.
These are some wordy intros.
Igual hay gente que se...
And
Ha
finally,
molado esto,
the
Dios mío.
official host delegation has arrived. Let's hear it for the Xianzhou Lao Fu. Please welcome, having suddenly returned home for the
Ah, esto
victory
es de
lap,
esto de Xianzhou.
the
Nosotros
new
hemos
Alchemy
estado en
Commission
Gofu.
Cauldron Master,
nosotros no hemos estado.
Ling Sha, as well as an exceptionally gifted and legendary new sword master, who shall remain anonymous for the time being. No wonder they needed me for this gig.
Summer Game Fest. ¿Qué soy? ¿Qué soy? Así que nada. Ahora sí que sí. Ha finalizado.